So my windshield survey is done on the town of Murphy, Texas. This is my home, and I'm just starting to drive through my subdivision here. The majority of homes in this town are two-story brick homes, lots of kids around the neighborhood. The HOA around here is pretty strict, so it stays very well maintained or you get fined. You don't see lots of vacant homes. The average age of the homes are about 13 years old. These are a little bit older than that. This is a more established community, but very well maintained. And as we go down this street, we will be approaching a park on the left. It's every subdivision in Murphy has its own park, at least one park. So this is one, and it butts up next to one of the elementary schools. So there are 3 elementary schools in Murphy. This one is Bogus Elementary. This is the side of it. It also has its own little playground. So the kids can play on the playground, or they can go next door to the park. Here's the front of the school. And the schools here in Murphy are really, really good. They're ranked some of the highest in Texas. So as we're exiting my subdivision, straight ahead is the Murphy Fire Station. And you can see nice, clear street signs. You see there's a crosswalk here. Lots of kids and families cross this busy street because you'll see in a little bit that the middle school and junior high is across this road up on the left. But we're going to take a right here, and you'll see kind of a bunch of clinics and little shops. So there's orthodontist and eye clinics, and there's a little CPA firm. This is the Murphy Event Center that you see in front. You can even go there to vote, but it is the original Murphy Public School that was built back in the 1800s. Turning left here into this driveway is Murphy City Hall, but there's also, here's signage that shows mailboxes, UPS mailboxes, and then there's the police station and courts up ahead. They're already starting to decorate here. So here's the Murphy Police Station and the courts straight ahead. And then to the left is City Hall and the City Council chambers. So behind City Hall and on the side of it are the big Murphy parks. And so you'll see this is the Murphy greenery. So they do a lot of soccer practices, and you can see back over there, there's a splash pad for kids, which is great during the summer. Lots of soccer games out here. There's some goals. That arch that you're seeing is the amphitheater. So they do a lot of outdoor events and concerts, which is pretty neat. And then, so here on the left is an indoor recreational center. That's where they do indoor sports like soccer and volleyball and things like that, basketball. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be approaching the middle school. So this is Murphy Middle School, back on Murphy Road, heading north. Now we are going to approach the football stadium. This is Kimbrough Football Stadium. It's one of the larger football stadiums for the schools around here. And then now we're approaching the junior high, which is McMillan Junior High. And behind it, there's also a smaller football field with a track field. So lots of recreational things to do for kids around here. The senior high is in the next town over, in the town of Plano. Now, as we go a little further, we're approaching the Murphy Baptist Church. This is one of the landmarks of the town. That was also built back in the late 1800s. And now we see some farmland here, as we're now on the border of the next town called Parker, and they're more rural. But this these buildings that you see ahead is actually the backside of South Fork Ranch, which some would know from where the TV show Dallas was filmed. So that's pretty cool, and it brings some tourists to the area. As you can see, these streets that do border Parker and Murphy, they're not as well maintained. They're way more bumpy. They look like they need a little help. So that might be something that Murphy could work on for sure. There's another church. And as we go down this street, Murphy's on the right, Parker's on the left. And this sign up ahead will show Murphy city limits. We're going to be taking a right here on McCreary. This borders the east side of Murphy. And as you can see, we're passing a rehabilitation and skilled nursing facility, as well as a neighborhood Walmart, and also a gas station. And here's another sign to show Murphy city limits. But we're going to keep driving down. Murphy's still on the right side of us. You see lots of trails and places to walk. As I filmed this video, it was in the middle of the school day, so not many people out, but normally in the evening times, you'll see lots of families walking, riding their bikes, things like that. And then coming up, you'll see that this subdivision, one of its perks, I should say, they have a nice water park as part of their subdivision. So a pool and water slides. And going over the railroad tracks. And we're approaching the busiest street in Murphy. And it's Farm to Market Road 544 is the name of it. And it has all the major shopping, all of the restaurants, all the grocery stores, things like that. So I took a right on 544. Now I'm going west. And still passing lots and lots of stores, so lots of car shops and donut shops and fitness facilities. It just goes on for quite some time. The more normal method of transportation around here is just driving. So lots of cars, lots of gas stations. There's a Sprouts back there, hibachi. More shops on the left, more shops on the right. More eating, more fast food places. Here we see a sign to show you how to get to Plano and to Parker, and then here's a sign that says State Representative Candy Noble, District 89. That'll take you back to the Murphy Hall, City Hall, and police station. So here we keep going. There's another Walmart on 544. It's the Super Walmart. It's more food. Lots of automotive places. There's a clinic, Murphy Clinic, the primary care. And then here is Baylor Scott & White's emergency room. So we don't have any hospitals here in Murphy, but we do have a big ER. It has a lot of doctor's offices in there, pediatric clinics, Here's some more shops. It's hard to see with all the trees, but there's some orthodontist, some endodontist, vet, an allergy clinic, urgent care, lots of little clinics. Now we're approaching Dublin Road. This borders the west side. Going north, we see a bunch of houses. There's no subdivisions on this street. It's just houses on the right, and then there is a golf course on the left. As we keep going, we're approaching the city of Parker again, and the closer you get to Parker, the bigger the homes get. Some of them are very large. Lots of CEOs of big corporations live on this road. There's the golf course. And we go just a little bit more, and here is the sign showing that that's the end of Murphy. So that is the end of the Windshield survey for Murphy. In my opinion, Murphy's a great town to live in. It's a strong community, great place to raise children. It's small, yet very close to Dallas for good jobs. So I definitely recommend it.